The children will groan. It's the final weekend of summer, but we've got the NFL, and we're underway on EA Sports. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Check.
Now the first carry here for Phillip Lindsay. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Well, now they'll try the end around. He'll have a first down past the 40. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Phillip Dorsett, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a 2nd one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. This fielded at the 2. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Off play action. Lawrence. Throwing the out route and complete. It's Schwartz. 17 yards for the Dolphins there as they've got themselves a first down.
Come on, set. 70, Indy.
On 1st and 10, Lawrence. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Now this pass into the hands of Saquon Barkley. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Go. 94. Rock it.
On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. 1st and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. They'll try and run it in with Jones. And he is in. Touchdown, Miami. Aaron Jones, his first touchdown here of the new campaign, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and we are tied at 7.
Justin Tucker set to kick off.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This is fielded at the goal line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
14.
On second down, a run with Lindsey. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. That's good for a Jet first down, a gain of 13. Couple of very nice carries to start this drive out.
Yeah, 2 first downs. And how about that second one? What a nice run on that particular play. I'm telling you, they're going to start to think that this game is easy if they continue to rip off yardage like this.
And he'll be stopped right at midfield. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets first down. The former Purdue Boilermaker, Raheem Mostert. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
53's the mic. 53. Check 53. It's our time. It's our time.
On second and 12, Wilson. He'll get this to Phillip Lindsay, complete. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 33. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL.
Oh, now Lindsay lost the football. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. These two teams all tied after one.
60 outlaw.
What's tight? Tight is right. 4 down.
5.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. A Miami first down, that one going for a gain of 11.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A Miami first down, that one going for a gain of 11. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Back to throw. Lawrence. And he's got his man on the out route. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A Miami first down, that one going for a gain of 11. A first down carry for Barkley. That good for 22 at a first. Down.
A gain of 22 yards.
Down.
First down.
60 Pittsburgh.
They go play action here on first down. And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes.
Well, that's a pretty darn good start to his season, huh? A sack in the opener, adds a second one here. That tells you about his offseason. He came in determined to have a big year, and it's paying off.
And he's going to go down again.
What a nice read and play by the defensive tackle. Never bought the play-action fake. Went right for the quarterback and put him on the ground.
The Jets will bring in a nickel set as they try to stop this third down. Looking to throw. Lawrence will get this out to Barkley, complete. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 16, but they'll remain short of the marker, and it's fourth down. Back to throw. Lawrence. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, they thought they were going to break the tie. The defense had other plans. They were already in field goal range, but boom, an interception.
I don't know if this was a case of being a little bit too greedy with the opportunity to put points on the board, but give credit to the guys on the defensive side. Hung in there, battled, and made a key play.
A big play on the ground there. It goes for 36 yards. On that last run, he's now hit the 6,000-yard mark for rushing yards in his career.
And moves him squarely into the top 100 rushers of all time. In fact, he can boast that he's rushed for over 1,000 yards more than Gale Sayers did in his career. And Gale Sayers was a Hall of Famer in a short career.
A big run there, 29 yards and a first. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this second week of the regular season. Now Wilson on first down. Got his man there. It's Wallace, complete. He'll have a first down inside the 10. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. A 24-yard touchdown. And the Jets have taken the lead.
I know these wide receivers are about flash and dash and high-flying plays, but a good number of them played running back at some point in their career, and that's how they finish off a lot of their big plays, run after the catch.
And this time he finishes off the big play in the end zone. Extra point by Gay is up and good, and that makes the score 14-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside.
Here we go.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive, followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Throw left side complete. That's Schwartz. Give him 12 yards there, and the Dolphins have a first down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him? Either fellow receivers or offensive linemen. That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Dolphins have a first down. This quarterback now 9 of 11 passing in this first half. He's got his guys a 1st and 10. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Give him 12 yards there, and the Dolphins have a first down. So a challenge coming down from the booth, and that's where these challenges come from, of course, in the final 2 minutes of the half.
Yeah, now we're going to New York, right? That's command central for the officials. They'll talk, they'll take a look at it, communicate with the referee at the game site, and issue a final decision because they do have the final call now.
That's complete to Jake Butt. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch. Good for 8 yards. 2nd and 2. He's got Jake Butt, his tight end. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Looking to throw. Lawrence. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. DK Metcalf as the first half is winding down as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Tucker with the extra point, and that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This one taken from the 7. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Check your hot read.
19. Easy.
Here's Wilson throwing again. Dancing to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Reed. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. So thanks to the late touchdown, it's a time ball game here heading to break. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. They'll go to Barkley again. He can muster only a yard there, and they'll be left with a 3rd and very short. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
Leo!
Slam! 25! Check 25!
Get it!
Throwing on first down. Lawrence. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Back to throw. Lawrence. He'll find Metcalf. A good pickup there. 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
On third down, here's Jones. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And he'll be taken down at the 26. A big run there, 29 yards and a first. So in jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Aaron Jones with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game, as his guys are able to regain the lead. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the lead is now 21-14.
Dolphins 21, Jets 14. Justin Tucker set to kick off.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Wilson. Buying time to his left. And he's going to keep it here. And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain.
Brings up 3rd down.
53,
Mike. Oh, yeah.
On 3rd and short to give to the tight end. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
But not a fun game at all for anyone who's playing defense on the field at this point. They just gave up another first down on another good run. I wonder if the defense coordinator just says, let's sell out, play against the run, and not worry about getting beat by the pass.
They'll run. It's Lindsey. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Brings a loss of 2. Brings up 2nd and 12.
Now they'll throw it with Wilson. He'll buy some time right. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. A gain there of 30 big ones.
It's your first drive of the second half. You're down on the scoreboard. Maybe you just say to yourself, let's take a shot, see if we can shake them up. And, boy, they hit that one.
On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
53, Mike. Watch the run.
On 2nd and 11 now. Wilson. This one complete to the running back, Lindsey. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 19.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really
He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. Jalen Ferguson coming in hard that time on the blitz, and he gets him down. It's a loss of 4. Well, this has been a good march down the field, but now they're stuck looking at a 2nd and 14. Now Wilson being chased out left. Oh, no, he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. He's at the 50, the 40. He's at the 30. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. Always fun to watch a big boy pick it up and go. He may need a little oxygen on it. He may need a lot of oxygen on the sideline.
Not only that, how about you and me trying to balance ourselves up here because you can feel the shaking all the way up to the booth. That big guy trying to get it to the house.
Throwing to start the drive. Lawrence. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. A critical error there in a tight game of the fourth.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the fourth quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the fourth quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error. This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe you can expect more passes like that downfield. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Now it's Wilson. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Throwing back across his body. Picked up by Justin Reed. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. Philip Lindsay, the intended target. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Gets us out to Saquon Barkley. That one good for 13 and a Dolphin first down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done. Down to the 15 from the 21. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. 2nd and 4. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed, if there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. And the 11-year veteran bangs it through, and that will push the lead up to double digits now at 10. A big one there. That gives them a little cushion and makes it a 2-score game.
Yeah, bled a little time off the clock, put some points on the board. It's not totally out of reach yet, but it has to feel pretty good to them right now because as a defender, you go out on the field and say, guess what? You can put some points on the board, but that won't beat us.
Tucker now following the made field goal, set to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
But this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That's good for a Jet first down, a gain of 13. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. To throw is Wilson. He's going to air it out for Dorsett. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way down to the 7-yard line. Big yardage that time for the Jets. 42 yards. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Jalen Ferguson able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
On any first and goal, the real estate to work with for the offense is really cut down, and the defense knows it. So they often bring heat and pressure, which they did on this play. Got him down for a loss. Not a big one, but any loss of yardage in this position is tough for an offense.
It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and that'll make it 3rd and goal. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. They've got it 3rd and goal now as they try to punch in a late touchdown. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Russell Wilson with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. Again, it's Jones. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A Miami first down on a 14-yard pickup.
Hey, lock it.
They keep it with Barkley on first down. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this 4th quarter.
Team 6. Team 6.
Now it looks like he'll throw here. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown.
Touchdown, Miami.
Now Tucker to add the PAT. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. That game's gone final now at Heinz Field. And it was the Steelers that came away victorious there. Drew Lock, 2 touchdown passes in the W.
Justin Tucker set to kick off.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35.
At their own 36-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Justin Reed. Both defenses have had their struggles, but they've been good enough to get them this lead, and another nice play there to help preserve the lead.
It's been a game of punch-counter-punch, hasn't it? All throughout. But this time, the big swing was taken, and it didn't land. Nice play by them on defense.
On first down, Barkley. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. And he's all the way down to the 13-yard line. A big pickup there, and without question, that should be more than enough to wrap this one up. And with inside of 10 seconds, 8 to be precise, we get whistles and a timeout on the field. Oh, now look at this. They're lining up to add 3 more, little insult to injury here late in the game. And this one is right through. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. Tucker now following the made field goal, set to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Well, this is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up.